All right, everyone. We are at Ocean Beach in San Francisco, California. And what I have for you today is a review or an intro to what would be the mother of all Astro vans out there. What we have here today is a 1985 2.5 4-cylinder 4-speed short body. This is a California van. He never lived in the snow nor in any areas that would bring in extreme weather conditions. This is registered to September of 2024. It has never failed the smog test, and it has never given any issues. The van was originally purchased by its very first owner up in Northern California, and was used to deliver flowers before I acquired it in 2015. Since then, I've driven this van up and down the state, all the way to the border of Oregon, down to the border of Mexico, and to our east in Arizona, New Mexico, and all the little small towns in California. Again, this is a 4-speed 2.5 4-cylinder engine, and it has 140 something thousand miles. When I acquired this van, it only had just arrived at 100. This van will top at around 80 miles per hour, and it will definitely cruise comfortably between 65 and 75. This van will take you anywhere, and it will not give you any problems. The brakes were done earlier this year. The tires are about 2 years old and still in excellent shape. And the body is amazingly in original conditions, with just general scrapes, scuffs, and things like that in the body. However, there are no dents, and this is a gasoline powered Astro van. I'm going to show you the front driver tire, which, as you can see, it has a lot life left in it. And also the DZ's curves, which are just another classic example of 1985. This is the rear driver side tire, and as you can see, it still has a lot of life in it. I am going to show you now the passenger rear tire, and as you can see, there is a lot of life left in those tires. Going to bring you over to the front passenger one, and it's pretty much the same thing. These are all Goodyear all-season tires, which were replaced all at the same time about 2 years ago. Now I'm gonna take you guys inside the van, and I'm gonna just show you the inside. These are all the original seat belts, the original seats. It has little to none or minimal wear. There are no tears. I think this is fake leather, but I'm not 100% sure. The AC and heater works perfectly. We have documentation that shows that it was refilled last year. It's got a aftermarket radio, the original lighter for your cigarettes or your blunts, joints, whatever you want to smoke. And it's got this little dash here that controls the internal lamps for when you open the doors. This is the shifter, and like I already said, this is a manual 4-speed with the reverse to the right and bottom. Very smooth, very powerful torque, and the seat belts, like I said, are the original seat belts. Same thing with the driver seat in its original condition, and this one does seems to start having a small tear here, but it's still attached to it and hasn't given me any issues. Here is the original steering wheel. At the bottom we have the gas pedal, the brake in the middle, and the clutch. We have a small vent leveler there that basically opens up the pores for the front of the engine compartment to provide you with added flow air when you're driving on the highway. This van also comes equipped with an anti-theft device, which is this one right here. And what it does, it locks the key ignition so that basically you won't be able to turn it on without the key. These are all the controls, and now I'm going to show you the instrument cluster. I don't know if my camera can fit here, but I'm gonna try to do the best I can as to show you the original unmolested cluster, showing that this van has 141,000 miles. This reminds me of Atari because it's quite unique and interesting, and I'm just really in love with that design that they had back in 1985. The door windows are manual, so you have to roll the windows up and down if you need to open them. And the locking system for the doors is also manual. I'm going to try and bring you guys to the back area, but I'm just going to show you this van was originally not carpeted, and from what I understand, the owner decided to have this type of carpet installed, which I love. It's been great to me. I've camped in this van numerous nights in cold weather, in raining season, and it has always made me feel very cozy. The windows in this van, and pardon my areas here, it's just stuff that I have to have in here, but the windows in this van are attached to the window. That means that they do not open, as well as the ones in the back. And I think it's because this version of vans out of the assembly were to function more like a cargo rather than a passenger van. So they put the windows that way so that, you know, when your cargo is secure and someone doesn't pry the window open. However, you can definitely have a person install you the hinges for the windows and definitely have that done to your van. Another thing to note is that these mats are the original mats from, I guess it was General Motors, and pretty much everything is in its original conditions. This is how you slide the door, and then it locks right there. Right here we have obviously the step for you to put your feet in, and in this area we still have the original mat and the attachment where the seats for passengers would be sitting in. I do have the seats for this van, which means that you can have driver, passenger, and rear passengers, 4 people, and that will still give you enough room to put whatever cargo you have in the back. We're going to just show the back of the van. For those of you out there on the internet who are not able to come and look at it physically, but here is a shot of the windows opened and the inside of the van. Again, this is a 1985 Chevy Astro with the 2.5 4-cylinder engine. That it is a manual 4-speed transmission. There is another view from inside the van, looking at the beach. And the view from the side door, as well as the view from the back door. Every door closes as it should, and I'm just going to show you guys how it sounds. Going to show you guys. That's the sound of the door opening. Open. Closing. This is an aftermarket gas cap. The original Chevrolet logo, plate, license plate holder, original lights. Going to show you again how the van door slides out and it stops there, and that one closes as well. Open and close. All right, guys. Well, our last shot here is of the roof. As you can see, there is no rust, and there is a lot of potential to put a rack on the top, which I actually do have. If you guys have any questions, reach out, share, like, and subscribe. And if anybody has a 1985 Astro van that is similar to these, definitely let me know. From San Francisco, California, I hope everybody's doing very good, and we'll see you on the next video.